Let's do your next 48. Okay, remember this can be for Sagittarius anywhere in your birth chart. Okay, so anybody can watch. You can also cross watch if you want to know what's going on in the Sagittarius's world. Okay, um, but let's see, let's get into it. Okay, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, um, and we're going to start with your channel messages, okay? So let's get them from the bucket over here. I pull them at random. If you're new here, channel messages are just confirmation messages that you may experience, see. It could be anything, okay? So if I say uh, a globe, you might see a globe or something about travel or something like that. You might see a globe emoji. That's very common on my channel because we are the travelers, okay? So if you ever see a globe emoji, that can also indicate something with my channel. Okay, it doesn't have to though. Okay, but that's kind of how you navigate through channel messages. All right, so we have security. Somebody could do security. Okay, um, you guys might be running into security. Security. Y'all remember that video? Security. Okay. Um, some of y'all may be watching like old YouTube videos. Okay. Um, because I'm also hearing that video where he's like, the back of your head looks ridiculous. Um, what did he say in that video? Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Excuse me. What did he say in that video in the movie theater? Okay, some of y'all definitely could be thinking about like, I'm also hearing, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm also hearing Harry Potter puppet pals. Okay. So some of you guys definitely could be like watching videos that you used to watch as a kid. Okay. If you know, you know. I'm talking about like if you're a early YouTube user, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You might be even watching or thinking about or discussing like, oh my god, do you remember this creator from 2012, or something like that. Okay, you may be a creator who's been on YouTube for that long. Okay, and props to you. Okay, I remember being a kid, I always wanted to be like in the spotlight in some type of way, but YouTube is kind of my version of that now. But I also did try out for Disney Channel when I was in like second grade. No, I was in third grade, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. Some of y'all, you could be a Disney kid. I'm also hearing, it feels like a party every day. Why am I getting like showbiz, vibes? Okay, some of you guys, you either might be in showbiz. Okay, you could be an actress or actor, or you might be trying to aim for that. Okay, um, even if it's not on like a super large scale, I do feel like Sagittarius, if you're not there already, you could be one day. Okay, something about like you having exposure on TV or the big screen, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knowing who you are. Okay, could be very significant. But let's see. We also have somebody is faking their illnesses. Oh no. Okay, so somebody could be faking their illnesses. Sag. We have the name Kelly. Okay, remember, watch for your replacement. Someone's name could be Kelly. Tim. Okay, someone's name could be Tim. Timothy. And we also have Cappy. Cappy. Somebody could have Capricorn placements, or a Capricorn could be significant. Okay, but we have copycats don't succeed. Okay, so just remember that somebody could be trying to copy you, Sag, and it's not going to work out for them. Okay, we also have ask for a refund. Okay, so somebody could be asking for a refund for some reason, or you might. Rashawn, someone's name could be Rashawn. Okay, make sure you guys hit that like button. And Leah, we have the name Leah. Okay, someone also could be a Libra. And we have Vicky. Okay, so we have the name Vicky, Victor, Victoria could be significant. We have stop coddling your kids. Okay, so of course you can care about your kids, but it comes to a point where you don't want your kid to turn into a menace, right? Because you never taught them that you can't have everything in the world all the time. Okay, so if you don't ever tell your kids no, you know you might have some problems down the line. Okay, where they may run into people who got to tell them no, and then you get that call, hey sir or ma'am, Mr. or Mrs. Sagittarius, your child is throwing a fit on the floor of Walmart because you never taught them how to understand that they can have everything in the world. Okay, and it's good to spoil your kids, but also teach them, some decorum, and that they don't get everything in the world. Okay, so somebody's kid, even if it's not yours, not all of y'all have kids, I know that, but somebody's child could be, spoiled as fuck. Okay, but in a bad way, um, to the point where they feel like they have to have everything they want. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but anyways, let's see. We have thief. Okay, somebody could be a thief. Hopefully not you. We got New Buffalo, Michigan. Okay, somebody could be from um, Southern Michigan, Idaho. Okay, we got some states here. And dessert for breakfast. Okay, some of y'all could be eating dessert for breakfast. Sagittarius placements. Let's get into your cards to see what's going on for you. Remember, my readings are still technically timeless. So go back at least a month if you're ever watching my channel. Excuse me. And then see what plays out, okay? But it could take longer than that. It could be shorter than that. It really just depends on, everybody individually. All right. It could be kind of cloudy out wherever you are, Sagittarius. I'm also hearing come out wherever you are. Ooh. Somebody could be hiding, okay? Somebody could be playing like hide and seek or something like that as well. I'm trying to get these cards. Something may be stiff. You may be feeling kind of stiff, Sagittarius, in the next 48, okay? What's going on for Sag? Decisions. Some of you guys are going to have a certain decision you got to make, okay? Oh. Sagittarius. Okay. Some of you guys, you don't want to, like, get close to somebody like that. Somebody could be trying to, like, lean in for a kiss, and you're like, no, thank you. That's awkward. I hate when that happens. Yeah, somebody who's like possessive of you, you're like, bitch, what? Get out my face. Okay, so I don't know where you're gonna be at, Sag, but somebody might think like you're just trying to play hard to get, like you're trying to tease them, and you're like, no, I'm not. I'm actually not. Okay, we have living room reverse. This may happen in someone's house, and you're like, I wasn't trying to do that. Okay, somebody may think you're trying to do that, and you're not trying to do that with them. Okay, let's see. And look, the mama's boy. I was just talking about that too. Some of y'all, if you have a son, your son could be a mama's boy. Okay, but if you got little kids, like I said, just remember, make sure they understand that they can't have everything in the real world. Um, you notice how I said the real world, okay? Because you may give them everything, but when they get out there, you don't want them to be like having a fit in the middle of, I'm hearing Kroger, okay? You don't want your child to be someone who's a Karen, and having the cops called on them because they don't know how to, accept the word no, okay? And some of you guys, I hope it's not. I'm getting more so like a child though, but some of y'all may be spoiled as fuck, okay? Watch for your placements. Even if you're not necessarily spoiled, you got to understand that sometimes you can't have everything. Okay, that's a point here in the next 48 for Sag. Let's see. But you can manifest it, but there's boundaries. There's sometimes there are limits, okay? I'm hearing the limit does not exist. Okay, some of you guys, okay, somebody could be trying to tell you, like, you can't have this, or, that can't happen. And some of you guys are like, yes, it can. Okay. Let's see. Can it happen? I understand if you're trying to manifest. Okay. Yeah. No, no, it can't happen. Somebody needs to respect your boundaries, Sag. Be careful if you're trying to like hang out with somebody in the next 48. And I don't know if this is happening to you. So I feel like it is happening to you, Sag. Someone wants to sleep with you and you're like, no. And they're like, yes. And you're like, bitch, no. And they're like, oh, but I want everything I want. I should be able to have what I want. And you're like, well, you can't have everything you want, sir or ma'am. Okay, it's like somebody's trying to cross somebody's boundary, even if it's like a hangout situation. That's why you may leave somebody's house, okay, because they're like pushing you to do something you don't want to do. Um, and that's our APE. If you get, or SA. So be careful, okay? I'm not saying all y'all are gonna full blown have that happen to you, but if you ever, have experienced something like that, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Um, this is borderline, bitch, get the fuck away from me. I told you I don't wanna do nothing, and somebody's like, I don't give a damn, okay? And I hope that's not you, Sag, but let's see. Look, what did I just say? What did I just say, y'all? We got Forcer. I told you. I told y'all. Okay? That's a confirmation. It says forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. I told y'all. So somebody's trying to like pressure you, and it could be somebody who does have money, but you don't care about this person's money. You could care about maybe somebody else's money, or it's like, yeah, that's cool. You're a boss. Oh, you're the CEO of blah blah blah. But it doesn't matter because you don't want this person, Sag. But this person's like, but I'm the king of Walmart. Okay, like what? It doesn't matter. We have sacrifice. Somebody could be trying to get you to do something for some sort of future reward, and you're like, no, that's not what I want. Yeah, so SOS distress, damn. I'm sorry, Sag. Like somebody's gonna be treating you like a piece of meat. Even if you're a man. We got fridge reverse. Some of y'all, you could be hungry as fuck in the next 48, okay? Make sure you go eat something. Look, boundaries reverse. I told you. Look, we got boundaries right here too. So it's like you putting up boundaries with somebody and somebody trying to cross those boundaries or disrespect those boundaries. Yeah, and this is somebody who does have some sort of like, you know, spotlight attention. They could be in the public eye. It's like, okay, cool. Somebody could be eating garlic bread, but or somebody could be Italian. Yeah, somebody's like an actor, or they have some sort of. Remember how in the beginning I was literally talking about like showbiz and stuff? Like if you're trying to get in showbiz or whatnot, or ahead in some type of way, you're protected, okay? Some of y'all could be talking to Archangel Michael, but this is a situation where like because somebody has some sort of authority, they think that they can do that to you, and they no, you should beat their ass, okay? And we have bad reputation. Be careful who you collaborate with, Sagittarius, okay? This is also somebody who they could be even in a relationship, but they like to cheat anyways, you know what I'm saying? And they could be known for this or known for acting like this, okay? Let's see. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't know who I'm reading for, but be careful of people who push boundaries just because they're Joe Schmo from, you know, the millionaire blah 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 blah. Okay, so some of y'all, you may have an opportunity to do something or to get somewhere, but it requires you to do something that you're like, yeah, no, I don't like you like that. You're not my man, you're not my woman. And I see you saying no to someone's like advances to try to get you in somewhere. So what's gonna happen after that for Sag? Yeah, I feel like somebody could be trying to like smoke with you, party with you, and you're like, yeah, this is fun. But then once they start to push your boundaries, you're like, no, what did you think it was, sir or ma'am? Like you're saying no. That's my no square. And I see you heading out like, goodbye. Because you don't care about this person's status or money. Like, some of y'all, be careful of being like, I don't want to say tricked, but it kind of is giving a deceptive person who's like offering you an opportunity, but then they want you to do something for it. And I see you turning it down, okay, and heading out the door. Yeah, when you let go, you'll be able to get out. Personal branding reverse. See, it's like somebody who has control over, you know, if you make it further in some sort of industry or not. So, but I feel like you still don't care. You're like turning down this offer. You know who this is reminding me of, y'all? You know who this is reminding me of? Kai, Diddy, the higher ups, the elites. You know what I'm talking about? How they be offering people shit. You know, Okay. Um, Especially like a lot of people who are extremely famous, they do be doing some fucked up shit, to maintain their relevance. Not all of them, but the people who are around the most and the most famous for years and years and years and years, and they're super, super relevant. I'm not going to say too much on that, but if they be doing stuff. And we got third parties affairs. Some of y'all, you're like, no, I'm not doing this thing for you, and blah, blah, blah. Somebody could be married, like, and they want you to. It's a good thing you have a good head on your shoulders, Sag, because I see you still saying, hell no. Like, let me out of here. You're like, I just came for the zip line. I was just trying to hang out, y'all. I wasn't trying to do all this shit. Okay, like, I see you okay, so you're having morals. Good. Okay. Sagittarius placements, you're having morals in the next 48. Even if you're missing out on a, big opportunity, yeah, so somebody's going to be pissed if you say no, but it is what it is. You don't have to do it. Okay. And if you're just getting into some sort of industry, Sagittarius placements, like if you don't know how all this stuff works, just remember you don't have to accept just anything because it's the first thing that's offered to you. Okay, so you can wait for something else, and you can keep building your name, your image, whatever brand you may have, on your own. It may take longer to get to where you want to be. Okay, but you'll get there. You have to keep going though. You have to keep doing what it is that you're trying to achieve. You have to keep being consistent. Okay. um but don't feel bad if you got to do something the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a damn? Like, yeah, maybe other people are ahead of you, but those people probably did some weird shit to, get to their place, or to suddenly shoot to the top of some sort of industry. You know what I'm saying? So, man or woman, don't feel obligated to, do something that's against your, I'm hearing against your will or against your morality. Okay. So, I don't know who I'm reading for, but it sounds like somebody over here is in or will be in some sort of like show business soon. And yeah, you can be who you are without selling yourself. Okay. You don't have to do all that. So Don't feel pressure, don't feel obligated. And I do see you being, freed from that or this toxic situation, okay? It's like somebody wants to have you. Yeah, we got government building reverse. Some of y'all, this could be with like a higher up. I told you, it's with a higher up who has some sort of status, power, authority, that they could get you in or, raise your status somehow. It's like, yeah, you know what, Sag? This is giving like you, what do they call that when you like when people say like the devil came to them and offered them this and you can be famous if you do that. What do they call that? Selling your soul? Is that the right phrase? I'm also hearing the devil went down to Georgia. Somebody could be from Georgia, okay? Or the South. You guys might be from the South. Let's see. But it's giving that, like you're being offered some like, or it could even be like a lot of money, but I still see you saying no because you're not lustful like that. Confirmation. You're not lustful like that, but they are. Whoever they is. Obsession. People are still going to be obsessed with whatever it is that you're posting. Yeah, I see you like somebody kicking you out, like, get out my shit then, get out my house, Edge. Fuck it, get out. It don't matter. People are still gonna be obsessed with who you are. You don't need all that. You don't need to do all this extra shit to be relevant, Sag. You don't need all that shit. Did you know that, right? You still got hella people who watch you already. People are already obsessed with whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? You don't gotta go the harsh route. I promise you, you don't. You may feel like, oh, but that was so much money, but morality, okay, and keeping a good head on your shoulders is what matters. Okay? So let's see. Anything else for Sagittarius? Next 48. Make sure y'all like the video. Awakening. Yeah, you're going to be realizing like you don't need to do all this fucked up shit to be relevant. Like you are relevant, Sagittarius, no matter what. You don't got to sell your soul. You don't got to, get naked for, some attention or for somebody to, be nice to you or take care of you financially. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to do that at all. But these other bitches do, or they felt like they had to. That's the difference between the Sag is you got that good luck on your side. Okay, like as long as you're yourself and you're authentic, people are gonna flock to you. You don't have to do none of that weird freaky deaky shit. Okay, you don't have to do none of that to get ahead. Yeah, ignore it. Ignore whoever this is. Okay, or if you're already hanging out with somebody and they start being extra, well, how about you try this? Or how about, I'll give you this, Sagittarius, if you do that. No, say no, okay? Because you're still going to make it, or you already have made it. You don't need this person or these people to stay relevant, okay? They might be trying to make you feel like you do, though. That's the trick, though. They're going to try to make you feel like you need to, do something to stay uh, um, relevant, and you don't. As long as you're yourself, you got this. Okay, so there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, as long as you have a mind of your own and follow through with whatever your own thoughts are. Okay, so it's a choice. Let's see. Someone's name could be Wyatt. Some of y'all might be driving somewhere all night, or it might take all night to go somewhere. Let's see. So who is this person coming to you, Sag? Someone's like, I can help you, I can save you, I can save this thing that you're doing. You don't need that. You don't need that. Why am I here? You want to party with the demon? What's that song? I heard you want to party with the demon. What's that song? Let me look it up real quick. Holy shit, I forgot what that's called. That's like from what, 2014? I don't know. Or Musically days. Some of y'all may have been on like Musically at some point, or maybe you used to use that app. you guys know that Musically is TikTok now, right? Everybody used to hate on Musically, and then they used to hate on TikTok. And now everybody's on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Something that you've been doing, Sag, people could be like, "Ugh, I would never do that. I would never blah blah blah." And it's like now everybody's doing it. That's how it always is. You could just be ahead of your time, okay? Let me see. I'm looking up these lyrics. You want to party with the demons? Wait, I think it's what's that guy's name? Nav? That's not the right. That's not the right person. Is it Beebs in the Trap? Is that what it's called, y'all? I think it might be. um, just sniffing on Beaver. Is that what he says? But anyways, somebody's asking you like, you want to party with the demon Sag? Do you wanna get ahead? Influencer, look, we got influencers. Some of y'all could be influencers. Just remember, you don't gotta do all that shit, okay? You don't. It may take a little longer to get where you want to be, but you'll be happy you stayed authentic and shit without doing all that extra bullshit. Somebody could be calling you a pet name, Sagittarius, and somebody who's interested in you may be wondering like, why are you calling them that? Or why is someone calling you that? Okay. Some of y'all could be in your bathroom or something soon. Why does he call you darling? Why does he call you baby? Yeah, somebody who I feel like you got a lot of people who want to give you money anyway, Sag. I don't know why people think you got to do something strange for change. You don't have to do that at all. And if you're, I don't want to call people goofy because some people don't realize, maybe they are tricked or whatever, but Sagittarius, I'm glad you have a good head on your shoulders. Okay? But that's what I got for you. Somebody may act like you're a traitor for not, joining in their weird, creepy games. Someone's name could be Megan. But as long as you guys have that's something I always preach on here and in my personal life to people. Do not be a follower. Do not be a follower. It will get you maybe a little bit ahead, okay? But at the end of the day, morally, internally, spiritually, soul wise, that shit will eat you alive. So you can be like, yeah, I got this and that and that and that because I blah 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 blah, you know. But now you got demons. Now you got drug addictions. Now you did this and that. Now you got to live with the fact that you did that type of shit just to get ahead. Like that's on your conscience now. And if you're anything like me, you don't like having any type of guilty conscience. So you just do right by people. It's not hard to do right by people. But yeah, that's the moral of that. Make sure y'all have a good head on your shoulders. I feel like y'all do. And you'll get where you want to be, especially if you're trying to be some type of creator, artist, um, of some sort of influence. Okay. You will get there. It may take a little bit longer, Sagittarius placements, but you will get there. Okay. We're going to I think we might do Libra next, or Virgo, maybe Leo. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to make another live. Adios. Like the video. Bye.